Hello and welcome to this Jane's Weather Update. It is nearly the end of November, Friday the 29th. There is a lot of rain that has fallen from Darwin across these parts of Queensland, these parts of New South Wales, skipped Victoria in the last 24 hours and came around and hit Tasmania. Why do we have this? It is because we have a trough. Lots of troughs that are running through the eastern states. Also, the high pressure, really important to see where that one is. When it's down to the south like that, and you can see it's in a jelly bean shape that goes like this. So it is running around that southeast. What that does is pick up all of this moisture from the Pacific Ocean and the warm waters to our north and funnels that down into low pressure. And because the high is there and cradling it, it means it's very slow moving, very long lasting, affects a very large part because it's literally stuck here. So the rainfall that we're getting now is likely to continue over the next week and possibly a little bit longer into December as well, because we've got this very stagnant pattern over us. If you're over in the west, it's not quite as wet, just from time to time as a system moves through. So let's have a look at what that has done recently. And it's very clear to see that the rain is coming in from the north and it is coming right down into the southeast, right down into Tasmania as well. So some huge falls right across these parts of the country here. Haven't been as much further east over the past week, but we are seeing that we're seeing some of that activity moving eastwards too. All right, so that's the pattern we have there. Let's have a look at where we're heading over the next week and what the rainfall totals could be here. So huge falls across the top, coming down through the eastern states, making it right into the east too, into Victoria, into Tasmania, and just into South Australia as well. Only a little bit over in the west and coming down into central parts too. So let's go day by day and have a look. So up in the top left here, you can see Friday. So this is the daily rain potential for the 24 hours from midnight through to midnight. So it's during the day on Friday. Here we have all of that coming down across the top, down into Queensland, into New South Wales, not quite making to Victoria today, wait for tomorrow, and it has moved out of much of Tasmania. So the southeast is in a little bit of a break, but it's still humid out there, and we know that as soon as those troughs come back, or the low pressure systems, it will turn that into rain. So the focus today is New South Wales, Sydney, right up into the north there, these parts of Queensland and up into the top. All right, let's have a look at Saturday. You'll see the pattern changes. Low pressure comes back into the southeast. So it's all through these parts of Queensland, these eastern parts of New South Wales, wrapping around into the west there, coming down into Victoria, coming down just into the northern parts of Tasmania. So that's Saturday and into southeastern parts of South Australia as well. There's another system that is brewing in the west. Let's have a look at Sunday. The rest of this system moves across the southeast. So it's a low that'll be very slowly rolling through, and the wet weather moves like this around it. So that's on its way out as we go into Sunday, moving into the coastal parts of New South Wales and Queensland. Next weather system brewing over in the west. Doesn't do too much for the far southwest, but as we move further inland and tap into that moisture, you'll see it will increase. So here we go into Monday. There we go, right through those interior paths, coming down into South Australia, down into western Victoria and New South Wales. Meanwhile, coastal activity along the coast there. Heading into Tuesday next week, moving through. So this one again being picked up very slowly, moving across as it does Victoria, New South Wales, Queensland, and Tasmania as this comes in. Then into Wednesday, contracts slightly that way. Again, more is developing up from the north there. So we'll go into Thursday. The next one comes down into Friday. There it is. So over and over and over again, we've got this stagnant pattern, heaps of tropical moisture able to pour into that and turn into rain wherever that low pressure systems, wherever they are moving. So that's the situation. Let's have a look at what that means for the week as a whole. Yes, you'd expect the map to look like this. Not as much in through these parts of Queensland. It's more of interior coming down into the southeast. So that is from Monday the 2nd through to Monday the 9th. So that first week of December. The heat map in comparison to that one is here. Now you're going, hang on, that's a heap of rain. Rain is cool. Not necessarily. If we go back to our mapping through here, have a look at where the air is originating from. With our jelly bean cradling high across the southeast there, Yes, it may be a southerly wind, but where did it begin? Not down south, not in the Southern Ocean where it's much colder temperatures and hardly any moisture. No, this has originated in the Pacific Ocean and it's blown straight down here over Queensland, New South Wales, across Victoria, Tasmania, and into South Australia. So the air originated up in the tropics, which is why it is so warm and humid, even though it is raining. So it's kind of like Queensland has packed its bags and taken a bit of a holiday down into the southeast, and that pattern is going to continue. So that means rain all through these parts here, more than what you would normally see at this time of year. It means heat through these parts here, so warmer than average, whereas all of this here is cooler than average thanks to having that rainfall consistently over the top. Let's have a look at week 2 as our heads up here. Okay, looking at that one, you can see across Victoria and Tasmania seems to take a bit of a break. Now, what could cause that is perhaps a cold front coming through here. This is the second week, Monday the 9th of December to the 16th of December. That to me says some sort of cold front coming through, which means a change in the weather pattern. It'd be cooler air coming up from the south that doesn't have as much moisture in it. Whereas continuing all of this rain across the country, not reaching the southwest again, but across the interior, into Queensland, into parts of New South Wales. But something stopping it coming through. Having a look at the temperature to do with that, there we go. Okay, so yes, cold front coming in definitely, so that'll introduce some cooler air, but then all of this is the cloud associated with the rain. So cooler, dry air coming into the southeast for the second week of December, but all of that rain continuing across all of those parts of the country, including the east there. All right, here is the outlook for December. For summer as a whole, December through to February. I've been talking about how much moisture we have access to, and we've got a stagnant pattern that enables that moisture to run into low pressure and turn into rain. And this signifies that that is likely to continue. Now, mainly in December, we know we've got a lot of that activity at the start of the month at least, and it may back off as the summer goes on. But overall, we're looking at a lot of wet weather activity, as in there is a higher chance of getting heavier than usual rain this summer period. All right, let's take a whip around the country. We'll start with Brisbane. We don't have the heavy falls today. We've got easterly winds, so it's onshore showers. So they can produce a bit if you're underneath them, but generally it's just showers that are passing through. It's not stormy activity, it's just showery as it comes in. So easterly winds, we're up about 29. Heading into Saturday, that's when the storm risk comes back. So showers and thunderstorms in the area, so you have the risk of those during the day, and the activity really increases as that band comes across because the trough is coming in too. So that's Saturday, and Sunday tapering off later on in the day. So wet weekend if you're in southeast Queensland. Heading into Monday, temperatures rise again, lots of sunshine, just the odd shower coming through. And into Tuesday, similar. It's an east to northeasterly. We've got a fair bit of sunshine in through there and showery conditions coming in. So the big days for Brisbane is Saturday and Sunday. Let's have a look at Sydney. It is a wet day there today. We're in that rain band, so there is rain at times. And what I mean by that is not your start and stop, hit and miss showers and storms. This instead is widespread and it gives everyone in the area a little bit of a drink. So this comes through when we're looking at steady rain at times, but also the risk of thunderstorms in that. So that's today. 3 to 25 millimetres. Saturday, 7 to 27 millimetres. So this continues through your Saturday and then it finally ends later on as we go to Sunday. That's when it's much nicer. Temperatures will spike once again and there's the risk of showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon and evening. So Sunday morning is great. Sunday is good during the day unless you are underneath one of these storms as they come through. Heading into Monday, lots of sunshine, no wet weather at all. On Tuesday, we have the risk of showers and storms in the afternoon and evening. Heading down into Melbourne. We've got a warm day. It's still humid. Having a look at this, dew point of 17. So we're starting to get used to this now, although it's very unusual for Melbourne. We're having it day after day after day because of that stagnant weather pattern. The cloud is clearing. There is bright sunshine on the way and temperatures will rise. Now, having a look at 1, 2, 3, these pastel colours here, they're all about the 28 sort of mark. This one, the yellow one, which is the Australian model, that one has got a late maximum, so 6, 7 p.m, and it's got it up and over 30. So interesting. The last time we had this sort of pattern, that was the model that did well. So you'll notice that the AI forecast, the red one here, is above all of these, but just below that one. It is picking up a bit of what that axis, the Australian model, is saying there, and it suggests suggesting it'll be a very late maximum. If you've got Friday afternoon off, you've got sunshine, you've got warmth, you've got humidity, and it should be a lovely, lovely day. I'll just pop off to work, which will be just fine. Heading into Saturday, that's when the next significant rain system comes back. It really kicks in by late morning. In the afternoon, that's when the risk of thunderstorms is in there too. This is likely to be fairly steady rain coming through. It's a wet Saturday, and there's the risk of thunderstorms, which would bring heavy falls, just like we saw on Wednesday. So a very similar pattern to that. Heading into Sunday, you'll notice there's a break here. That's as the low pressure system moves through, and then we get hit again as it wraps around that and delivers that second punch. So it's a 1-2 punch as it comes in. So that comes in during the morning on Sunday, continues in the afternoon, and then finally eases in the evening. This one here is shower and thunderstorm activity. Heading into Monday, temperatures zoom up, should go into the low 30s. Again, it is still humid. There's lots of sunshine out there. Then the next weather system, you saw it brewing in the west, that comes in late Monday night, continues on Tuesday, and then we'll take a break as we go into Wednesday. Let's have a look at Adelaide. Here we've got that the high that is cradling us to the south there. So winds are southerly, but remember they did originate up in Queensland, so we do have a fairly high dew point. Not as humid as it is further east, but still feeling a little bit of that. Lots of sunshine today. Heading into Saturday, that's when some wet weather comes back, so it's in the early hours and clears out during the morning. Having a look at Sunday, not much going on. It's on the mild side, just sort of starting to warm up again. Monday, temperatures zoom up and there's showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon as that next weather system passes through. So then by Tuesday, temperatures are down and the wet weather is clearing. Let's have a look over in the west here. Having a look at Friday, we've got hot temperatures today, might reach the mid-30s as we move through into the afternoon period. It's an easterly wind, so there's no cooling sea breeze today because we've got that high pressure that's to the east, so it's coming down from we've got easterly winds which bring the heat. Heading into Saturday, temperatures are reduced a little bit. There really isn't much wet weather. Sunday, that's when the chance of wet weather does come through, so there's that trough and cold front just coming in. Temperatures are down and we have some showers passing through. That continues into Monday, but these falls here, 0 to 1, 0 to 3. It's not heavy wet weather as it comes through. All of the heavy wet weather is in eastern Australia. It's not really affecting the southwest of the country. Heading into Tuesday, fairly cloudy, 23, the odd light shower passing through Wednesday, and then Thursday, if I can go down into here onto Friday, that's when temperatures start to rise again. Actually, it was Adelaide that gets that spike of heat later next week. That one is up in the high 30s by Thursday. Okay, so that's it from me for now. Head to janesweather.com for the latest information for your spot.